The Federal and Pedesta Hospital jointly present the Kanyakumari Marathon 2025. This event is co-presented by Rojavanam International School. Run for Health on Sunday, May 4. Entry is free and all are welcome.
Hello and welcome to the Federal. The Supreme Court resumed its hearing today in the petitions challenging the Waqf Amendment Act. Yesterday, we had informed you how the Supreme Court had expressed its intention to pass interim orders for stay of certain provisions of the new act. Today, while the court has not ordered a stay on its own, it has taken on record assurances given by the central government to the court with regard to the points raised by the court yesterday. So, in effect, there are provisions which of the act which will not be implemented till this case is heard next. Now, what are those provisions? The center has given an assurance to the Supreme Court that at least till the next date of hearing in these petitions, no appointment, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, is immaterial. No appointments will be made to the Central Waqf Council or to the state Waqf boards. Now, as per the new act, under Section 9 and Section 14, the central government and the state government were given the powers to nominate members to the Central Waqf Council and to the state Waqf boards. The controversy around it was that under these sections, there was a possibility, there was a stipulation under the Act of appointing several non-Muslim members to the Waqf boards. So, in effect, when yesterday the Supreme Court said that we intend to place a stay through an interim order on this particular provision, today the Supreme Court was informed by the center through Solicitor General Tushar Mehta that the government is giving this assurance that at least till the next date of hearing, no such appointments will be made. The second aspect which the court had raised yesterday and said that that's another thing on which it could give an interim stay was on whether Waqf properties classified as Waqf by user, which is banned now under the new act, whether those properties can be denotified, can be declared in favor of the parties, particularly the government, who have disputed the Waqf claim. So the court had said yesterday that no action will be taken on that aspect on Waqf by user. So today, the Supreme Court has been informed by the center that till the next date of hearing, there will be no action taken, no denotification, no identification, no kind of change in character of any Waqf property, whether there is Waqf by user, which is an orally made Waqf, orally created endowment, or a registered Waqf by deed. So no change in the character of any Waqf property till the next date of hearing. These are the two assurances that the center has given. These assurances were taken on record by the Supreme Court, and the order basically issued today stems from the assurances given by the center to the Supreme Court. The Solicitor General asked the Supreme Court for 7 days' time to file a short reply to the points that were raised yesterday by various counsel for the different petitioners. And that 7 days' time has been granted to the center. Tushar Mehta, the Solicitor General, informed the court that his reply will come within 7 days and it will cite specific examples of how the institution of Waqf was being misused by some people. quoted in, he mentioned in the course of the hearing today that villages after villages have been claimed as Waqf, and he will quote specific examples. These were also claims that we heard from the BJP when the Waqf Act was being debated in Parliament. So that 7 days time has been granted to the center to file a reply. Once that reply is filed, 5 days have been given to the council for petitioners or to the respondents to file rejoinders to the reply filed by the center, which is why the next date of hearing will now be, as per the Supreme Court's order today, in the week commencing from the 5th of May. Several publications, news organizations have mentioned that the next date of hearing is the 5th of May. That I checked with several of the lawyers who've appeared in the case today. And they said that no, the date is not the 5th of May, but it can be on a date within the week commencing from 5th of May. So the exact date of the next hearing isn't known as yet. The court will list the matter, the registrar of the Supreme Court will list the matter according to the date given by the bench. The other thing, which is not directly linked to the case, but rather to the petitioners in this case. So it may be a bit of a personal setback for some petitioners, which the court has said today is that it will not be hearing individually all the petitions that have been filed, because there are close to 100 petitions that have been moved challenging the Waqf Act. So what the court has done is they've said that we're going to club all of these, and the petitioners may discuss this among themselves. And 5 petitions out of those 100 or over 100 petitions that have been filed, 5 petitions will be identified, clubbed together. The case will not be known by any petitioner's name. Ordinarily, to give an example of what this means, one of the petitions has been filed by the Hyderabad Lok Sabha MP and AIMIM chief, Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi. So his petition would then be called Asaduddin Owaisi versus Union of India. Another petition has been filed by Congress MP Mohammad Javed. It's called Mohammad Javed versus Union of India. And so there are roughly 100, over 100 such petitions. So instead of the case being identified by the name of the petitioner, the court has said that we are going to call this regarding Waqf Amendment Act. So the Waqf Amendment Act case is how this case will hereafter be referred to. All the petitioners have been told that you discuss among yourselves, decide on 5 main petitions that will be heard. The remaining petitions will be treated as applications, intervening with these the main petitions. So the case will be called Waqf Amendment Act 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there will be 5 main petitions. And since the petitions, all these over 100 petitions, have different lawyers, some have the same, a couple of petitions have been moved by a common lawyer, but there are, several dozen lawyers who've moved these large number of petitions. So the court has said that you identify nodal councils. So the petitioners will have to now discuss among themselves, one, which are the 5 petitions they want listed as the primary petitions, and then 2, who are the lawyers who will, in principle, take take forward the arguments in this case, who will present the arguments in this case before the Supreme Court. So some petitioners may be a bit upset by this, since Everyone wanted their petition to be heard, their lawyers to be heard in arguing this case. It's a very important case after all. So a bit of a setback personally on a personal level to some petitioners perhaps, but very significant decision today, although born out of a suo moto assurance given by the center because of the stand that the court, the very stern stand that the court took yesterday on these three aspects. The third aspect, I might just inform you. Some people might wonder why, when yesterday the court had said that there will be three aspects on which stay will be granted, and today only two of those have come in the form of assurance. The third aspect on which the court had yesterday said it is inclined to give a stay was on the proviso in the act that collectors, while a collector may inquire or investigate into disputes arising out of Waqf property, the character of that property will not change while the interim order is in place. So, even if an inquiry was to find that a claim of Waqf was invalid, the character of that Waqf property could not have been changed while the interim order was in place. And a lot of that was to do with the Waqf by user category. Now, I've spoken to several of the lawyers today, and in their assessment, once the court has taken the assurance of the center on record that till the next date of hearing, no Waqf property will see a change in its character. It automatically means that even that particular proviso to which the court had referred to yesterday, that proviso automatically will not come into effect till the next date of hearing. So, in effect, all 3 points raised by the court yesterday will be part of the order that has been issued today. So, no change in character of Waqf properties till the next date of hearing, which will happen in the week commencing from the 5th of May. And also, uh, aside from no change in character, no appointments to be made in Waqf Council or Waqf boards. So, this is what has happened in the court today. 5th of May, the week starting 5th of May, the next round of hearings will start. The court has also made it very clear that this is preliminary hearing in the case. Normally, during preliminary hearings, a stay in totality against a legislation is not given, but the court has made it very clear that it wants the status quo with regard to Waqf to remain, to be maintained. And so, while it is not staying the act in its totality, there are provisions that the act would have changed. And so, it is necessary that those provisions are not rolled out because they affect the rights of individuals, the Muslim parties in this particular case. So, important development in the court today. We'll have to wait and see how this proceeds once the real arguments begin. What is the response that the center files within 7 days, as per the Solicitor General? What are the rejoinders that come in after? And then, of course, what are the key arguments that are made? But we'll bring you all that once the hearing in this case resumes next month.
The Federal and Pedesta Hospital jointly present the Kanyakumari Marathon 2025. This event is co-presented by Rojavanam International School. Run for Health on Sunday, May 4. Entry is free and all are welcome.